Sure. Spawning in the bottom position here on Daybreak is the green Zerg, Daax, and best of luck to him.
It is indeed. And in the top right-hand corner, we do have our pink Zerg. So we're going to have a ZVZ here to start us off. He's going to be Vralaren. So these guys just going to start up here. They haven't gone for the 6 or 7 pool, which is, you know, it's good to see that we're not going to have a early pool straight away. Could still be a 10 pool, but they are both making overlords.
Yes, they are. So no early game cheeses, shenanigans going on as of yet. And you know, Daybreak is one of the maps that lends itself to pretty long macro games. So I wouldn't be surprised if both of these players would shoot for that at least mid-game scenario to gain an advantage, and if possible, prolong the game to the later stages.
Yeah, you know, this is one of them maps where Mutaling plays really, really strong. You know, it's one of them bigger maps you can go into the main and out again really easily. So I wouldn't be surprised to see at least one of these players going for that Mutalisk sort of play. On the other hand, the other guy could, if one player does go for that, we could very possibly see a kind of +1 roach timing, or we could see a kind of infested play from the other player, or even Mutalisk against Mutalisk. So a lot of options come out here as we do see the first real play of the game being made as Vralaren goes for the pool first, whereas his opponent Daax is going for that hatchery.
Yep. So let's see if Vralaren, God, that's a hard name to pronounce. No kidding. You were right. We'll see if he will follow this up with a gas right after he builds his hatchery or before the hatchery. Looks like he will be building that hatchery and then be taking a gas. His opponent is taking a gas momentarily and following this up with a pool. So he will have a little bit of a gas advantage on his hands. Let's see which one of these players will decide to be aggressive the first. I would wager Vralaren, damn it, will try to make something happen as the first guy in this match.
Yeah, so, I mean, Daax will have, of course, the earlier gas, but is he going to be able to make use of it? It's going to be the question as we go into the game. We already see Vralaren, he's making 2 lings. You know, he's just going to try and get the early map control with that. He's going to be able to take the towers and so on. But quite soon, Daax is, of course, going to be able to make some lings of his own and kind of counter that map control depending on how many lings he does want to make. So, again, we're just waiting to see how these guys want to turn. Daax isn't pulling anyone out of gas right now. So I get the feeling that Daax very possibly might be going for that Bane nest here very, very soon and going for some of the very early ling bling pressure. That's so common in ZVZ. Whereas Vralaren is still gasless for now.
Yeah, he's still not taking a gas, which is a little bit interesting to me. He is getting the queens as well. So both of these players just wanting to build up their economy. The speed is on the way, as you said, for Daax. But without...
Oh, he's really going to get 2 drones here. Yes, he does, and wow.
Oh.
Vralaren picking off 2, and is he going to go for another one? Yes, he is, and is he going to get it is the question.
It dies just barely.
Wow. 3 drones for 2 lings is always worthwhile in the early stages here, and that's going to give Vralaren a 4 drone lead as he just builds his 2 extractors at the same time here. So, you know, that was a very nice pick-off for the 2 lings, and Daax just a little bit caught off guard there. He's now starting to pump out them lings. His speed's going to finish very soon, and he does have a lot of gas banked up as his Baneling nest is on the way in the main base to begin putting on some ling Baneling pressure, which is what we're really going to want to see out of Daax now. You know, he's gone a little bit behind from that, and he's invested into this early gas, so he needs to go punish Vralaren for being so greedy in terms of economy, because he's starting to take a heavy drone lead.
Yeah, and the speed is finished for him. He's moving out right now with all those lings he produced. He is even producing more. Baneling nest about to finish. Do we have any spine crawlers being built in Vralaren's base? No, we do not. There is a roach warren going down, trying to limit the space the Zerglings will have available to attack. Nice block here with double evolution chambers, perfectly timed. Gonna block the entrance with the queens. Let's hope none of the lings get through. Here we go. Here goes the attack. Those queens, will they go down? Most probably yes.
Yes, the queen is not going to be able to block the way here, and all these queens are going to go down, which is bad enough as it is, but now the drones are just open to attack as the Banelings are going to start streaming in here, and Vralaren just has absolutely nothing as the Banelings, well, the drones make a risky turnaround. but the Banelings are going to get them here, and the Banelings fell into our...
Oh, nice split here of the drones by Vralaren, but the Banelings do get their hits anyway. Still a lot of Zerglings remaining. He's going to clean up the main entirely, as well as the natural, and I think Vralaren just might as well GG.
Yeah, Vralaren just wasn't ready at all. He played a very greedy build, going straight for them roaches. And you know, this is the kind of problem when you go straight for that kind of roach play. You're skipping out your early defenses of the Banelings. So Vralaren here has paid the price. He's down on 15 supply to the 50 of his opponent. And Daax right now, is he actually just backing off, drawing it behind this? Well, he actually has a lot more lings on the way. So he's going to continue his aggression for a little bit longer here before he gets back up and finishes his opponent off.
Yep, he's doing pretty well on the injects. If we look at the APM of these guys, both are averaging at about 150. Another nice block here. That wall is set up really, really nicely. Your roaches are blocking the wall, but man, that loss from the start of the game, I mean, no queens, 33 drones killed. I do not really think this is a recoverable position. All Daax has to do is just mass more and more and more units, and he will easily break this, you know, with just mass lings and roaches. Granted, it is not going to be very cost efficient, but once he makes an entrance for himself, he should be able to finish Vralaren, damn it, off! God, I'm not going to be saying that name. I'm just going to be saying the pink Zerg.
Vralaren only on 8 drones. Very tough position. He's got these 5 roaches for defense, but I mean, Daax, he's going to be taking a third base. He's got his lair coming up. And, you know, I get the feeling he's going to just throw down the Spire and just go finish his opponent off, because when you're ahead and you go Mutalisks, you're just going to force so much defense out of your opponent that he's just going to be even further behind. So wouldn't be surprised to see the Spire, and that's exactly what we see coming up right now in the main base of Daax. And he's just playing this very, very safe. You know, he could have been and busted back through, but you know, he's just playing safe. He doesn't know exactly how much damage he did, so he's just making sure he's not going to throw it away. And you know, why throw it away if you don't have to? Yep,
he's trying to just test the waters a little bit, test the front. He's got an Overseer moving inside Vralaren's main base and sees that there is very, very, very few drones. As far as army goes, only these 5 roaches stand stalwart on the defense. And third base is coming up. Daax has this in the bag, I would say, pretty much. Just waiting for the Spire to finish, like you said, to put the final nail into Vralaren. Damn it. Pink Zerg's coffin! Screw it!
Yeah, so that Spire finishing up. The Roach won't even coming down for Daax as well, so you know, he might just make a few Mutalisks again just to force Spore Crawlers out of his opponent. You know, his opponent, I'd like to say his opponent's maybe catching up, but he's still 20, 30 workers behind. Them Lings are still controlling the map for Daax, just sitting outside of his opponent's base. And Daax, he's got his third base up now. He's going to get the 5th and 6th gases there. And just in general, there's really, I just can't see a way for Vralaren to come back into this. He's got the double Evo chamber, but he doesn't have the economy to make anything happen with it. So he's just in a lot of trouble. He's finally starting to get economy again, but of course it's just so much later than his opponents.
Yeah, and also he has only 1 queen in the natural, no queen in the main. That limits his larva, his available larva by quite a huge deal. He did build some spore crawlers, but you know, against the 3 base economy of Daax, when he starts producing mass Mutalisks, this is just not going to be enough. Not without infestor defense. He basically cannot defend against such an attack. And here come the Mutalisks. The first ones already have spawned, are making their way across the map, flying to bring doom to Vralaren here. Yep.
Gonna go straight into the main here, and again, is Vralaren prepared? Well, yeah, he is. He's got 4 spores in his main base. He's got 3 spores in his natural. Again, but that's already like 7 drones killed, and these Mutas are still gonna find openings here. They're gonna come in, maybe try and get that queen. Not gonna be successful, but again, there's just so much map control now for Daax. He's also now transitioning into Roach Infestor, so not overcommitting to the Mutas here, and he will be trying to pick off the Roaches at the front. And if them Roaches go down, the Lings can just stream on in here.
And there they go!
What's gonna happen?
There they go, straight into the main.
Yeah, what does Vralaren have? I mean, he had to play greedy, man, because he had to catch up, but now that Daax has found a way in, there's just going to be nothing stopping these Lings at all. Nice little drone control trying to save the Queen there, but the Lings just going to back off and go into the natural where the Queen isn't protected by the drones. And will get surrounded there in just now. But the Lings going to hold position there and start picking away at them drones, which just, again, losses Vralaren can't be affording to take right now.
Yeah, he is trying to get back into the game by building an infestation pit, but it's already too little too late. The 4th base for Daax has come up. The Mutalisks are just controlling the space right now, flying around the map, looking for stray overlords to kill. But there is nothing to kill. They have already killed all the overlords Vralaren had out on the map, and infestors are coming in right now, and you know, fungals combined with infested terrans and Mutalisks. Easy peasy for Daax, not for Vralaren. Oh my god, but he loses one. They were on what the? On move command? Oh, that's bad.
So Vralaren again, it's kind of hard to say anything new because he's still behind. He still doesn't have a 3rd base up. There's a 4th base now for Daax. He's even putting spine crawlers there just in case somehow his opponent gets units out of his base to go for an attack. And Daax, you know, he's just playing this correctly, just playing it nice, slow, keeping his economy up, making sure he's being greedy enough himself, greedy as he can afford to be, while still harassing his opponent. And he's going to pick off that Rotron here if Vralaren isn't careful, and he might have enough for Transfuse. The Spore Core is going to reposition. Is the Transfuse going to be enough, though? I don't think it is. And yeah, that Rotron goes down. Infestors starting to pop, but they pop before Pathogen Glands. So Vralaren has 1 infestor, 2 infestors out right now, which just don't have the energy to stop their Mutalisks yet.
Yep. Meanwhile, Daax is massing infestors of his own. They're just comfortably sitting at the 4th base together with the roaches. Let's look at the upgrades. We do have +2/+2 for the roaches on the way, and Daax is just preparing for a final push. Just you know, just for the final hammer. To hit his opponent with, and he's moving out right now. He's going to encounter these infestors, and oh, where is the? Did he just leave the Overseer at his 4th base? These 3 infestors,
yeah.
This hit squad just gets by.
But they're going to run straight into the Overseer and the Spine Crawlers, and so they're not going to be able to be much use anyway. Nice try from Vralaren to try and do something, but 1 infestor goes down, 2 infestors, and the 3rd one will get away. But all this time, Daax is about to just A-move at his opponent, going to go into them Evo Chambers, and the roaches there. The Spine Core is probably not going to be enough, even with some great fungals here, which is exactly what Vralaren gets, but it's just not going to be enough, Balanra. The infested Terran streaming out of the infestors from Daax, and Daax moving in for the kill force.
And there we do have the GG.
GG. So, gonna have to take a few minutes